Can you hear us now? Have we been muted this whole time? We may have been muted this whole
Oh
time.
my god, we are
Ooh, we're
like
not doing so great.
we are off
I hope
off
you
of it
guys can lip
today.
read.
I guess we could just kind of re-speak on
Yeah, we'll re-speak on the rivalries part. I'll just say what real quick. I'll just take it from the top here. We'll cut this out of the stream after the fact. It was so our game today is semifinals. It is Windermere versus Dr. Phillips. We've had a rivalry going on with Windermere for a while now, and we're working on this is our fifth or sixth match against them this
I believe
season.
this is our fifth match.
Fifth match
This whole year, I think.
this whole year. That's a good bit of matches, especially considering the amount of different people that we have on
The actual team itself, because we did go through a lot of roster changes this season.
Oh, most definitely.
And then our team isn't the same as it was the fall season, and I'm hoping that change could be good for us today. But it was really good for us during states. So.
Yeah.
But kind of going back to that fall season, as some of you may know, if you are really close with people on the team, we lost 2-0.
Yeah, on fall season.
2 points.
Twice. 2 sets in a row, so 6 races back to back.
Lost by 2 points.
Which, for context, as we were talking about this, sorry that whole audio issue, but that could mean that's the difference of 5th or 6th place. If we had gotten 5th instead of 6th in one race in that entire set, we would have won the set. A 7th and 8th would have been a tie if those had switched.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was definitely a rough one.
We all made mistakes that if we hadn't made those mistakes, we would have won. For instance, a mistake I made is I hit a banana on the last turn of the last lap, which knocked me out of a position, which is the reason we lost by 2 points again.
Yeah.
Out of the last race of the second set.
It was definitely, I would say, a lot of things that kind of built up to said loss. One, it being our stress of the skill, because again, it's finals. We win state title, but I would say, personally, as again, their manager, their coach, we really did overextend ourselves for the building to that match. There was just a lot of things that we should have hadn't done or could have done differently.
For instance, a strategy we had decided on the match day that we were going to play a strategy that we had never done before against them, thinking it would work. Mistakes had been made because we had learned that trying out a new strategy the day of the match that is a single elimination bracket is not a good idea. If we hadn't done that, we could have won. There's a lot of variability in there and a lot of stress put on top of the players and the
thing, just
team.
Overall mentality. They had already played so many matches and so many so long practices where they could have had taken breaks, but we didn't. And just all of that really got on the players, and we lost.
Yeah. Well, we have made some comebacks considering. This season at States, it was us versus Windermere. We lost the first set and won the second two, coming home with the state title, which I'd say we're very proud of that.
Very much proud of that.
As a team.
That match itself, even in person, I remember
it was stressful.
Really, really stressful. Just sitting on the sidelines and
watching it happen.
Literally just about to rip my hair out watching, and then seeing those mistakes be made again. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But we did win.
Came through. They came through.
And we secured the 2-1 against Windermere with no oopsies.
Yes.
Ties or connection issues.
Which was amazing. That's one very big perk about doing stuff in person.
Right.
Is you have a lot less connection issues. Ties can still happen, but connection issues are rare.
Because at least, we're all playing in the same room. There's easier ways to set up a room like that versus us playing at different locations.
I think another thing we want to cover is one of our other matches that was close with Windermere.
Yes.
We were playing this was a remote match.
Regular season match.
Yes, this was regular season. So not playoffs. You could say if you lost, you weren't out. It was still just getting positions.
Yeah. This was, I believe we actually kind of briefly mentioned it on our last 2 streams, but on that day we had Windermere, our room lost power.
Yep. And the first set was a win, but when our room lost power, it kind of threw us all off. We had to take
Yeah.
some pauses and play handheld.
Luckily, the team was quick and they did play, I think, the remainder of those couple of races handheld, but I think we just decided not to count it
Yeah,
simply because
it was
was
hectic.
really early in that set. I don't remember if we counted it or not, but
I don't believe we did.
I'm not
We had some players that weren't
Yeah.
terribly happy about it because if we had counted it, it would have been a win.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then we ended up having to switch their rooms last minute, and we had to get them all set up back on like an internet connection, and then it was waiting whether or not Windermere had their own connection issues, whether or not they were doing, I don't know what they were doing, obviously, but it did take a bit for us to actually finish that match. I remember
yeah, we were here till like what 6:30.
six, almost 7.
Yeah, it was
'Cause
late.
you left before I did. I was still
Yeah,
sitting
I
back
believe
waiting for them to finish.
because I was playing on Panther's Kart White as a sub,
Yes.
and I it was interesting. We won. We had a great time, but we were also playing much easier opponents than Windermere. Windermere being one of the toughest teams in the state,
Yeah.
if not the toughest, I'd say.
Yeah, really one of our tougher competitions, but we also ended up losing against them by, drumroll please, 2 points.
Again.
Again.
So that did spark some mentality issues because
Well, I
it
remember we were, dude, I remember the next day after that match, I literally just couldn't do anything. I had to stay home and I was just
I mean, yeah, because
relaxing. I was just like, that took a lot out of me, and I wasn't even the one playing.
it just the flashbacks that had happened at I believe it was semifinals, the season before. And
No, it was finals.
was it finals?
It was finals.
Okay. And then yeah, that had happened in finals, and it was a lot.
Yeah. Like, personally, again, coming from a manager position, just seeing, like, that heartbreak hit your players' eyes and realizing that they lost, the one thing, like, states, obviously. It's not just a regular match, and it's just like, oh, we got that next week. No, that was the end. That was the end of that fall season. And just seeing the heartbreak hit their faces and just, knowing
Yeah.
that, you know, that really breaks.
As being one of the
hurts.
players, there's also there was some like stuff going on before the match that put a lot more stress on the players, and it was just the whole day was a stressful day. I mean,
Mhm.
the loss kind of it broke a good bit few of us, especially with it being so close. We really thought, well, all of us were thinking we made this mistake. This could have made us win,
Yeah, it was
and we were all
definitely-
blaming ourselves
It was
individually.
definitely a reflection period because, losing by like 20 something or more, that's one thing, but losing so close,
Especially
it's
two
such
times in a row.
it's such a mental breaker that it's just like,
Because you're like, well, if we had just done this one thing, we could have had it.
yeah,
If I hadn't hit the banana,
if I
we
had
hadn't.
made that one move, if I had held that one item, if I had kept going, like, I could have, like, they could have gotten a better position. It's that type of mentality that it's just like, it's so negative, but it's so like, what can you do to beat that?
Yeah.
Because
Because there's also like, you go back, you watch the races, you're like, well, what did we do wrong? And you're like finding well, each player has at least one thing they did wrong that we could have done better, and just that one thing would have made us win. Like that breaks the player's
Yeah.
mentality.
and
Speaking from experience here, when we went back and saw that banana that we talked about earlier, when I hit that banana on the last turn of the last race of the last lap, and then we saw the 2 points. That just broke me because I was like blaming myself for us
and
losing.
then I remember seeing that happen again during regular season in the spring, and then just looking at the players, and they were all looking at me, and I'm just like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
What did we? And it really sucks more because we didn't get the VOD for it because we had to switch everyone over so last minute.
Yeah, the power outage definitely
Yeah.
threw everyone off. But definitely, there was a good chance they could have won if it wasn't for the power outage, I would say.
I would say either that or had a better chance of like
Yeah.
winning. Like I feel like
The mentality, being able to have it so close, even after all that, is very impressive.
I think even the power outage and then how long it took to get us set up back and stuff
It was like a
that.
solid hour and a
It
half.
was kind of like more draining. And, we had already been so hyped. We were like, oh, we're going to beat them again. This is Windermere. We got that. We've learned from our mistakes. We, this, that, and the third. And it's like,
And
2
it
points.
hasn't happened since. We haven't had the nice big whole room loses power since
No,
then.
we definitely I would say assess that issue as we
Drew a little too much power from the room.
we did have to permanently relocate the Kart teams, and
Yeah.
while everyone else was able to be comfortable in the other room.
Though I am quite happy with that. I feel like it helps with the Kart teams for comms a
I
good
would say
bit.
it definitely did help because, other teams need to calm, and everyone majority playing on Thursdays, at least for the games we offer, it really kind of clutters that because everyone's trying to hear each other, and we're in such a small room, and it's like, you can only do
so much.
So I really think relocating them, especially them being the only team that runs off a hotspot, was definitely the move for us.
As we had talked about last time we were here, Kart being the one game we have to run off hotspots because it just doesn't work off.
It really does not like Ethernet. Doesn't well the school Wi-Fi is school Wi-Fi. But
Yeah. There's not much you can do
there's not
there.
much you could do about that. But it really doesn't like the Ethernet. It really doesn't like. It's really, I don't know. Kart's a picky game.
Kart is a picky game, but we have fun with it. We learned, we figured out how to do stuff.
Yeah, like last year, how much of a mess it was last year trying to get hotspots and stuff and set up like that. And
it was definitely an experience,
they
say
used
the
to
least.
say I had like this magic touch with hotspots because everybody would turn it on and it wouldn't work, and then I would move it ever so slightly to the left and it would work. So
it was a time.
Definitely are growing here that first year, but like, hey, also we streamed last year nationals on Instagram on the coach's phone, and now we have a whole broadcast.
Yeah, I mean,
we really did
we've
grow.
improved.
We showed ourselves, we growed ourselves, and I really think that is probably one of the mainer things to really think about.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with how this has been going overall with everything. We're like getting in the game. We're able to do this with you guys now, which is amazing. It's fun for us to do, and it gives us something to look back on.
Yeah, and I think it also adds like the commentary,
Yeah.
Especially because like when they do look over the VOD reviews, we're kind of essentially calling them out already, and it saves the coach's breath. He doesn't gotta sit there and point it all out because me and Evan are already doing that.
Yeah, exactly. When they were reviewing, earlier today, they were reviewing the match from last time, and instead of having to be like, all right, what went wrong? You're like, listen to the comms, and like, we're like, oh,
commentary, and we're like, oh,
you should have gone for that item box. You should have used that there.
Stop it, all that fun stuff.
It gives us some fun times. Lets the coaches take a breather, which is definitely needed at times.
Yeah.
I think another thing we should probably mention is the what else should we go over? Kart-wise, we covered most of the Windermere stuff. The rivalry, that's one of the big things, though. It's hard, especially because it's not like an official rivalry. It's just kind of we've played them so many times and been switching places of who wins.
Yeah, it's just like
time.
They became our rivals, and
Yeah.
That win at States, though, they had the crowd hyping them up in the back.
I mean, we also had our crowd. Our crowd is pretty good.
What do you mean?
Like at States, we were hyping.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like we had the crowd. We had the crowd behind us, and we were cheering them on, and we kept shouting their names and shouting, and we had I believe someone had the poster board.
Yes.
And she was like, go DP, and they were making songs out there saying go DP, go Kart Blue, and it's just like having that, I guess, family, that energy behind you and pushing you to win against the one team that's been giving you the most issues is such an empowering thing, I would say.
It truly is, I agree. Yeah.
Really loud.
I mean, for the most part, just you're playing the game, it's really nice to hear people that are, there's people that care, there's people that want you to win. That's a feeling you don't get very often.
Right, especially considering we compete, and it's literally just the people in the room, and it's really hard to get spectators because it's
yeah,
there's so much you have to do. The equipment we don't have, we can't get those spectators, and we can't put them somewhere properly where they can watch, and
this is the best we got, and I think this is going pretty well.
Yeah, this is going really good. This is again a major step up for us, but I'm saying back then, those first two Windermere, where they were really getting under our skins. Like there was even the last fall, it was literally just the four of you, myself, and the both coaches.
Yeah,
And that's it.
That was our
those were the
spectators.
people. But it was such a quiet room that we can't be back there screaming them against them because like
That'll give us headaches.
that will just distract them. But you know, it being at States
it
in
being
person,
in a big stadium
the big
gym-like
gym,
thing.
the gym, they were a little bit farther out than us.
They're
had a
not
proper
right next to the
setup.
players. They're not breathing on the necks. It was a really good time, I'd say.
Yeah, and then we were just, up in the stands cheering for them, and
Yeah.
they won, and they took that win home.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, update for you guys. Sorry for the slight delay. We are getting in the room now. We're trying to get the other team in as well.
Yeah, it looks like we are hosting.
Yes, we are hosting. So we are waiting for Windermere to join right now. We don't know how long that'll take. We'll be giving you guys updates periodically. We'll let you know when they get into the room, just so you guys know what's going on.
Yes. So let's talk predictions.
Predictions. What do you think?
What do I think?
Last time my prediction was accurate, and that kills me.
I'm really thinking that first set is gonna be rough.
I think it's gonna be 1-2. I think they're gonna for the first set, and then we're gonna win the next two.
I really think it's gonna be a 2-1 for us.
Yeah, where they lose the first set, they win the second two. That's how I think it's gonna go. And I'm hoping they start this time like they were talking about, doing all one color.
The peach.
Yeah, all being one character, because that was a very helpful thing we noticed last time.
So, like, I really think. I know this is gonna be rough. I don't think it. I know this is gonna be rough. And if they blow it out the park,
that'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. Actually crazy
really
if that were to happen. But I know that it's going to be rough, but I am manifesting good vibes.
Yeah, no, I think we got this.
Good vibes.
Yeah. So, what to expect for you guys? We're gonna be commenting on. I know we've done this before, but for this match in particular, I might occasionally mention stuff of like this player has done this from States from last fall.
Sorry, not last fall, just fall in general.
Oh yeah, sorry, and just my experience in the past, because I've played with this team multiple times. Not like the Esports, not our team. Like I've played against Windermere multiple times, so I have some experience on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Issa, go ahead and cover something real quick. I need to check something.
I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm so nervous. I was really nervous for this match, just the build up overall, and just like, knowing that. Because I remember when we were kind of sitting down looking at the bracket, like when the bracket came out, and we were seeing who our first opponent was and looking at the dates, and we saw that the possibility of us playing Windermere in semis was, again, a possibility. That really did stress me out, because Windermere stresses me out. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think that covers most of it. You want to just talk general Kart?
Yeah. I wasn't able to catch any of the combos they're using, but I did see that Cameron was on Peach. So I'm kind of thinking, because they just did the VOD review before they got their match started, I'm thinking that they might have, what is it? They might have...
Hang on 1 second, guys.
But I'm thinking that they may have done that.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just work here.
Yeah, honestly.
Anywho,
we've talked about this before. We may as well cover it again for anyone who's new. In game, not relating to either team, but when you're racing, a big thing players in general like to do is going for coins. Coins are very cool, very big. You normally just think they're like for aesthetics.
You'll hear us shouting, y'all need to get your money up.
Yeah, get coins. They affect your speed in game. So fun fact. The highest speed combo is slower, at 0 coins, is slower than the lowest speed combo at 10 coins. Which, it's a pretty noticeable difference if you just had two people next to each other. So if you see people passing each other, and it's like, well, why are they passing each other? They're on the same combo or whatever. Yeah. It's because of coins.
Yeah, and you'll usually see
coins and drafting.
Stopping a little bit just to get the more coins, especially if they get
taking slightly longer routes on the first lap.
Taking the longer routes to get the coins, or even taking unusual routes to
Yes.
acquire the coins. It's like, coins, they need money, gang. It's as simple as that. They just need to get money. So you'll usually just hear us kind of pointing it out and saying, you don't have enough coins, and
Yeah. Another big thing
get
that they'll
rich.
be doing is called drafting. This is most every team does this. It's nothing specific to our team. It's where you go up behind another player. You kind of get like a slipstream effect,
Oh, we
and it
talked about
can.
that last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
Well,
opened-
for
but
anyone
yeah,
new,
just to recap,
yeah,
slipstreaming or drafting is getting really close behind somebody and then getting that speed for a little bit. How long does that last? Like a couple seconds?
it's about 2 to 3, depending on
Yeah.
how. It'll last longer the longer you are behind the player.
Mhm.
But if you get the draft and then immediately pass them, it only lasts like 2
It could
seconds.
be really useful, but again, like we said last week, it could also be really harmful because it can throw off your line. It could sometimes the draft can just throw you straight into like a danger object, and like you know, there's nothing that you could do about that other than be really upset that that happened. So
Yeah. Anyway, sorry for just the small talk here. We're still waiting on the other team. Looks like we have one player in. That's just an update.
yeah,
Uh,
there's about
we
5 of them in the room right now, waiting on 3
yeah,
more.
we should be getting started soon-ish.
Hopefully. Hopefully. I can only hope. But what else can we talk about? Got any fun stories from your last 2 years?
Hmm. Let me think. I mean, from other matches, we can just go over stuff like that's happened with the team overall, what they've been through.
What team? Windermere or us?
Us.
Oh.
I don't know what Windermere's been through.
um. Hmm. I don't know. I could say that I really dislike when matches take forever.
To start, yeah.
Not to what's the word? Not
just
to
in
not to
general?
hate on what's going on right now, just in general, because like
Yeah,
it's not even just like waiting for it to start. It's like we're all in the room, we're all waiting on that one person, and that one person is just not getting in, and the other team's not communicating, and we're trying to suggest things, and they're not listening, and it could be like a whole thing when. And then we end up being here for longer because the matches start relatively a little bit later, like regular season and regular playoff season.
And they just left.
Oh, why did he do that?
I don't know.
But like I was saying, like the regular season and the regular playoffs, it's matches start at 4, and for the cup they start at 5, and the longer that the match is drawn out, the more time we have to be here, especially because like
It's summer break for all of us.
not for some.
Yeah. I mean, for most of Florida, it is currently summer break, at least for all of our team. None of us, I mean, like, we're happy to do the matches, but, I mean, come on. We want to get this over with. We want to get home. Let's be real.
I want to go back to bed. Typical teenage summer things, but nonetheless, like, it can also be really stressful if like there are certain circumstances in game happening, like multiple DCs. God, I hope this never happens, but tying multiple times, all these like little fun things, particularly with Kart, that can happen that could draw a match out, and it's just like that's so stressful, and I can only imagine what that does to a player.
I mean, speaking from experience, it is stressful, especially like just waiting here. It's just tense, like time ticking, especially when people leave and rejoin and disappear in all the room. Like it's like you have almost everyone there, and then all of them are gone. This isn't just for like Windermere. This has happened to multiple other teams, and it's always stressful each time.
Yeah, I can't recall any time that really happened last year when I was a player, but I do remember, like, kind of some matches taking a little bit while to start because the other team just like sometimes they just straight up won't say anything.
Yeah.
You're kind of left there. You're just like, are y'all good?
Yeah, you're just like sending messages, but you don't want to send too many because it's annoying.
Yeah, then we look like we're like spammy, and then
Yeah.
but then at the same time, it's like, where you at?
It's been
So,
30 minutes,
It's been-
you know. I mean, it's been
30.
15 so far. We've had one player join and leave, so
I mean, I assume
it's probably tech
our lovely
issues.
team manager, whoever that might be managing the match out there, is tending to the current issue. Not issue, but the current conversation. So we can only hope. And we can only sit here and fill in the void with small talk.
Yep. Sorry to you guys.
I'm so
We'll
sorry
keep
you have
you
to hear us
posted.
yap for longer than we have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, I can't really think of anything else.
Honestly, I'm kind of blanking here too.
I could talk about graduation day last year.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I remember my sister, she graduated last year, and that was, I don't remember what round that was, but we did have to play the other league, I think, for playoffs. I really don't remember. But I remember I had to be up at 4 a.m. and I had to sit through the entire graduation, and then I had to go to the location we were playing at, which is formerly closed now.
Unfortunately.
And yeah, rest in peace, Orlando Esports. They were really cool.
They were.
They were pretty cool. And I remember just like having to wait forever because those matches were really long, and then I didn't get home until like 10, and I wasn't really in bed until 11.
For context,
Not to get off track here, but
we're just kind of talking
the
right now.
Smash matches are a best of 5, and those can be pretty long within themselves already. And
Isn't like state's best of 7 or something?
no, I think it's just still a best of 5.
Oh, that'd be miserable. They already take like 2 to 3 hours per match.
No, kind of. But I remember at states, that was like the last thing we were waiting for to be finished, was the ending of the Smash match. I think it was FLVS against Innovation. Innovation ended up winning for it being their first season. However, we're gonna take a quick short break.
Figure
really
out what's
quickly.
going on.
Yeah, take a little water break, and we will come back.
I'll come back to you guys once stuff gets going.
Yes, once we get started.
Sorry for the delay.
Oh, wow. So we are still kind of unfortunately experiencing some internet issues. We are just kind of waiting for a couple things to wrap up. And we're kind of waiting for some people to still kind of join in, and we will be back shortly in a second.
All right, hello, we are back. We're
Yes.
having some camera difficulties, but for now, we'll just be looking at in-game. It looks like we are getting started. Woohoo!
Yay!
I mean, that's a wonderful. We're very glad to see that.
Toad Circuit.
Toad Circuit as first race. Yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like here they go. Woo!
Oh.
We have Sally going wide, Dyson in first, all pulling only a coin. That's unfortunate.
It seems like Isaiah's bagging.
Yeah, that would
Is this
look
track
like
considered a bag? Oh, I would
is a
say
bagger.
yeah, I would say it's a bagger.
Looks like they are in first currently. This is going to be tense, especially with how long that took to get in.
Mm-hmm. It seems like Sally's holding a nice second though, for at least as we end this first lap.
Yeah, it looks like Dyson's coming up with some shrooms here in a second.
Mm.
How Isaiah and Cameron, they're not in last, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We might see some. Hopefully they get some good items here, but Isaiah seems to be messing up slightly.
Yeah.
Some iffy lines. It could just be he needs a warm-up race after the break.
Yeah, it was a pretty delayed match start. But
it looks like they're catching up. We have 1-2 right now.
Relatively good. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 is amazing.
Yeah, really good, especially going into second.
Yeah, lap 3.
Or I'm sorry, third lap.
They got hit by the green shell, but
we're still 1-2.
We still 1-2, and it looks like Dyson might be able to catch up with that shroom.
But it does seem like the Windermere player in front of him has a red, which they threw
and he
up.
threw it, which is an interesting play by the Windermere player.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we're still holding 1-2.
Isaiah got hit. I'm not sure by what, though.
He'll probably take the cut
Yeah,
at
he's
the
gonna
end.
take that cut here at the end and hopefully pass.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
That was not good. But we still got
1-3.
first. Cameron got first. Dyson getting
1-3,
second.
6-8.
Not a bad race.
That is not a bad race.
Not a bad race.
Is that a 1 point gain?
I believe Isaiah really did get messed up a little bit back there, right in the middle of the cut.
Yeah, that wasn't
which is really unfortunate for him.
Yes, with the triple shrooms out, there's not a whole ton, or triple greens out, there's not a whole ton he can do there, especially while trying to take the tightest lines.
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting. I mean, you guys see what's happening. We don't have to tell you that, I suppose. Yeah, we'll be starting race 2 here. Glad we're finally going. And I'd say overall, I mean, there was some line issues on the first race, but I think overall that went well.
GBA Snowland?
Yeah, GBA Snowland. That is.
This track has a really interesting snow cut right in the beginning.
It does.
So I'm
Normally it's hard to do lap 1, though.
Yeah, because...
You need good items to do it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of expecting one of them to kind of stay just a little back for that, and it seems like my prediction was correct with Dyson and Isaiah.
Big Cheese.
Oh.
Which is one of the players on the other team.
Yes.
They appear to be both bagging, which is going to be interesting. Dyson might go for cut lap 1, which would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's doing it. And now he's in second with some really good items. That is impressive.
Right behind one of the Yoshis. And it seems like Isaiah is staying just a little bit more far back. He might try to pull up here shortly, though.
It is a bagger. You can pull up rather easily on this track, especially with that huge cut.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a lot of like free open cuts here to kind of take, especially the one in the beginning. So he could definitely easily catch up if needed. We are 2-3, though.
We are 2-3,
I'm sorry,
or 2-4-5, which is a really good placement.
Oh, but that Windermere player got hit with the red, so...
It is slightly concerning that they're in the bottom 3 positions in a bagger like this.
Right.
Because that makes it easy for them to be able to pull up. Which hopefully that doesn't happen, but it is just something to point out.
It seems like we're playing a lot more defensively here on our end.
I'm liking that, honestly.
Yeah.
We have 1, 3, 4, 6. That's good, and it looks like we're 1 going into third lap. That is amazing.
It seems like Dyson might get himself a little bit of a decent old breakaway, but he could still get past.
Yeah, especially if one of the other players takes this cut.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure just like one single shroom can probably get you past that. So.
Oh, we almost hit the penguin.
Barely almost hit the penguin.
Oh, but Isaiah with the bill in 3, that's beautiful.
That's a great pull for him, honestly.
He should probably use that sooner. Yeah, there we go.
There he goes. Ooh,
and a shock dodge.
Passing the other Windermere player.
that was
getting
clean.
First, and he still has blue shell defense, even though he had a third lap.
That looks like a solid 1-2 right there.
That was a great race for Isaiah. 1-2.
That was amazing.
1-2, 6, 7. That's also not a bad race.
Yeah, they're not going to pass. So yeah, 1, 2, 6, 7. That's a much better race.
Great race.
Glad they're able to recover from not the best first race. So that was beautiful. That's bagging that showed you what bagging can do.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of luck on our side there though for the shock dodge.
Hey, he perfectly timed that one,
honestly.
even though you can't really predict a shock like that.
I mean, you know when it's most commonly used, which was he used it while the other player was going into a set, which was very nice. Looks like we're getting started with race 3 here in a second. We shall know what that is. And
Sweet Canyon.
Sweet Canyon, yeah. We saw this last week like twice, didn't we?
Was it twice? I
remember once or twice.
I remember we saw Animal Crossing a bunch last week.
Was it 3? That was 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. Each on each set, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, it was race 1 and then race 3.
Yeah. But, okay. So we're kind of...
started. No bagger this time, which is a good thing.
Right here before the tunnel and before the glider can get really stressful because everyone's so clustered up together, and it's a bit of a while before you reach that second set.
It does look like Dyson is slightly bagging.
Yeah, I wonder if he's trying to throw the other team off.
He might be. It's odd seeing them, especially because this is not really a bagger. This does have some good cuts. It looks like Dyson's almost getting hit by a banana. That could be tragic.
Cameron took cut, so he's in first now.
Yes, we saw the rest of the team also take that cut, which is amazing.
That could have been a really... Oh, Isaiah getting a really nasty snipe, but also getting hit himself.
It looks like he might be able to hit out that the other team. Oh, never mind. I was going to say on the fly.
The players don't take themselves out.
I mean, yeah, that works too.
We
I
are
will never
1,
complain.
3, 4, 6 right now, which
One,
is
two, four.
one, two, three. We're top 3 right now. Top 4.
Top. That is amazing.
Especially going
a
into
little
lap
early though,
3.
because we still have. They'll all be able
Yeah,
to
we
probably
still have
take
a
the
whole
cut.
other lap that for
I'm
us
betting
to kind of
Dyson
play
here is
through.
gonna take the cut.
Yeah. Taking first.
And having a shroom, so he still can
He
dodge
still has
blue.
a blue shell protection, yeah. And it seems like Selly is holding on to those triple greens, which is really
In
good,
forest
especially if she is the furthest on the top 4, or I guess you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, but she did get hit out, but we still have.
She threw them all at once. That was odd
Ooh.
to me, especially being in that
Might have
phase. You
not been
should
the
have held them.
move. Yeah, she could have easily helped them or protected them from reds or such.
Though this could be. Wait, what happened to Isaiah? I wasn't.
Ooh, I'm not. I was paying attention to Selly, but he did get a bullet
That should
and a
help.
star in pocket. So
It's odd to me that Sally's backing all those greens over and over again, because especially when she had such great defense.
So we got a top 2.
1, 2, that is still great.
Ooh.
That's just unfortunate.
Another
Isaiah
shot?
dodged though, so we still got 6.
He dodged again.
I'm okay if he dodges the shocks.
1, 2, 7, 8. Was it?
Yeah, 1, 2,
No, I'm sorry.
6, 8.
6, 8.
This is a pretty good 13-point lead so far that we're having. It's quite nice. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Still, it's still Windermere. They've been good at the comebacks in the past. We're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah. I wonder what track we're gonna. It should be Animal Crossing.
That'd be funny. Have you ever seen a track get picked like back to back, the same track?
Animal Crossing.
Nah, that was almost back to back.
It was almost back to back. Ninja Hideaway.
They time trial this a lot though, so this
They were
could
actually
be
time trialing this earlier today.
even
But this
better.
is Coach Corbin's favorite track.
It is that and Metal Mario.
That and Metal Mario. We are going into race 4 though.
Race 4,
With a
yeah.
really good lead. So
Nice.
yay
13,
us.
was it? I'm very happy with how this is going so far. It looks like we have Gisele in 7th. We have 1, 2.
1, 2,
7,
1, 3,
8-ish.
5, 8.
It'll change all in the beginning
They
very
fell off
quickly.
though.
I'm betting Gisele here is gonna go for the cut. Never mind.
That might have been the move, so she can get those.
Yeah, those coins. That was a lot of coins. Those are very helpful. It's 4 in a row there, and especially now having 1, 3. Oh, I was like, I'm wondering where 2 is.
1,
There he is.
4, 6, 8. Right now.
Yeah. I'm betting that Sally. Ooh, Sally should have fired that big cheese, because especially knowing Cam didn't have any defense.
He doesn't have any, or he had triple greens, I'm pretty sure as well. The big cheese player.
Yes. So he could have blocked a good bit.
Pardon me.
Going top route is an interesting pick. That is actually slower. One lighter, as you see, the other player has caught up a good bit.
Dyson has snuck his way into 2nd, and Selly is seeming like she's going to be holding at least 3rd here.
And they're
Oh, never mind, she
Cameron's
got
in 3rd
passed.
now.
Cameron's in 3rd.
We have 2,
Isaiah
3,
is still
5,
in 8th
8.
place.
And this is a long track, so I give him time to catch up.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll come in and see another shock dodge.
Or
That'd
maybe
be
he pulls the
wonderful.
shock.
Or he pulls the shock. I mean, that I'd take that too. It looks like
Oh,
Dyson has a
bad
bit of a
lines, Selly. Bad
breakaway.
lines. He doesn't have a breakaway, but those reds that they're going to keep throwing up, that's going to be really scary
Yeah,
for
especially
him.
with all the team in
And
the bottom
pulling
positions.
no defense, not even to break 1. So that's a little
going
bit
bottom route
unfortunate.
is the safe bet, especially them going top.
Isaiah.
That'll cause him to be able to dodge a lot more.
Yeah.
So he still is. He is a.
Selly.
Oh, they read it out.
That
so
was.
they're in
I don't know if that was
4.
the play there for Selly, but we do have 1, 4, 6, 8.
Oh, and we pulled a blue.
And we were the ones to pull the blue, but Cameron got hit.
And Isaiah has a boo though. That could be very helpful if he uses it before the blue hits. He was watching on the map for that. And we got a nice 1 finish by Dyson.
1, 7. Okay,
1,
1,
4,
4,
7,
7, 8. Not the greatest race.
Not the greatest, but definitely not the worst.
Yeah. We are top 2, bottom 2 overall in scores right now, which is just ever so slightly a little bit concerning. But, we're doing good. We're doing good. We hashtag got that.
Yeah.
I wonder what the next track is going to be.
Yeah, let's see. I'm selecting now. Ooh. We like a good cloud top cruise.
Ew. I do not like cloud top cruise.
Oh, okay. Well, I like a good cloud top cruise. Maybe that's just me.
So we're getting started here. Very curious. I know we had a little bit of issues on this track, particularly, I believe, in second round.
It always gets really chaotic after that first mushroom bounce.
Just a lot of bad item play on our part, but you know, I'm hoping to see a little bit of improvement from us.
I mean, we have a nice star in 8. The items in 3.
5, 6, 8.
It's crazy that Dyson is pulling a coin in 3. That's very rare.
Yeah, I think it was just because he was really, really on top of that first place.
Yeah, he could have gotten...
Seems like he did get the double, though, which is great.
Ooh, with the red right behind him, though. He should probably back out right slightly, maybe.
But he does have defense, so...
Yeah.
Isaiah fell off. And Selly's going to go for a cut here.
It looks like we have Cameron kind of closing the gap between Dyson and all the top spots that way.
Seems like all those players above him, though, are trying to trailing. But he did pull a Piranha, so...
He could get...
Oh, never mind.
Well, at least the Piranha kept him from not getting out that far.
Yeah. That could have been a great killer for the person in front of him if they didn't back the fire.
Backing the fire was
hit someone in place with the star, though.
Hey, that's good.
That's good.
We have Isaiah in 6th. He seems to be going... Oh, he's not going to run out of the golden in time. That's unfortunate. They have a lot of fire
I was going to say that Birdo player in particular, he's pulling a lot of fire.
Though he did get hit. I think they team killed.
Probably. But Cameron also had some fire that he was throwing up. Dyson's still holding first, though.
That is very impressive. And he has a lead.
Yeah, especially with how many...
He has 3 players behind him for almost the entire race. That is very impressive that he's been able to hold this. Cameron seems to be doing some good catching up along with Isaiah right behind him. So they might actually be able to pull top spots here.
At least
Oh, Dyson wall dodged the red. That was impressive.
Really great move.
He's getting good at that.
Yeah, he has been practicing that a lot. And he also pulled double defense, which is really great because, you know, now he could just safely secure first.
Yeah.
And right behind him following in pursuit is, not Isaiah, but Cameron getting 4th, Isaiah 6th,
8.
and Selly in 8th. Still
not the greatest, but it is a win still, and I think we're still up a good bit going into the final race.
Yeah, 102 to 93
Up 9, so they have gained on us some. Which is slightly concerning, but hopefully we can
just... that was a bit of a not really so good race. I did see a lot of, like, basic driving mistakes on all of...
I've seen a lot of that this set in general.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't been race specific.
You know, guys, this is just a warm-up set. It's okay. We're just warming up. We're getting ready to win. Is it going to be Animal Crossing? Dang. Toad's Turnpike, though. Like we keep saying, this track has a lot of hazards.
We saw this last week as well.
We did see that last week, and we also did see it during second round. A lot of hazards, a lot of cars.
Which can be good for dodging items in higher up places, though.
It can, but when it gets like so cluttered at the end of the races, you know, especially right before the finish line, that can just be such a kill if you're not careful. It starts with
less cars, it feels like.
Yeah, it's just more cars keep getting on this turnpike.
There's a nice coin spot that Dyson seems to be going for right up here. Which has a nice 4 coins, which is amazing for first place. If you can get those coins early on, that lets you get a bigger breakaway.
Ooh.
Was that team?
We have 1-3 right now. I'm not sure who threw that.
I think that Dyson trailed someone.
Did he?
1-2.
Dang. Seems like Isaiah tried to go really tight besides the car. No, he got trailed out actually. Which is also unfortunate for him.
Oh, Giselle has fire in 5 though. That could be very good for hit or not. For she did hit out one. So
she's in 4 right now, which is not.
Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 8. That's pretty good still, especially having the 1st place. If we just keep that 1 player in 3rd, that's a very good way to ensure that it's not all like a bunch of reds all at once, or not.
That Windermere player, like 100%, just spammed the horn in hopes to hit Selly, and then got hit out himself.
Oh, did Sally got the blue?
She broke the blue. That was going to hit Dyson.
That was beautiful.
That was amazing team play. Really great work. She did steal all those items also from... Oh, But she got hit. But
she blocking
got
the blue is
yeah, her
what
blocking
mattered.
the blue was like really great play on her end, and
she's still. Oh, never mind.
we still managed to hold a 1-2 position because of that as well.
Yes, that was
Isaiah
beautiful.
is slowly creeping up, getting into 5th place now.
Poor Sally seems to get punished for her good actions, unfortunately.
Bad things happen to good people, apparently. Yeah. At least in Mario Kart. So seems like she's gonna try to slowly
here. Oh no, we're not.
Oh, but she pulled a shock.
Yeah, on the 3rd lap, she should use that as soon as possible.
So maybe she can guarantee to
break spots. And then Isaiah hit a car.
For at least her. Oh, you can get 4th. I'm manifesting a 3rd for him. Oh.
Oh.
Never mind.
Well.
1, 2, 6, 8.
Yep.
Not
At
bad.
least it wasn't a 7. That's still a win. And that was the last race,
and
correct?
that was last. I believe that's set.
Yeah, that is the set, which means that is end of set 1.
Mm-hmm.
And as a winning score of 124, 110. That's pretty good.
Really great.
14 point.
That was a great first set.
That was. There was a good bit of line fails, but
yeah, that Toad's Turnpikes when the game just ended up punishing Giselle out of nowhere.
That's really unfortunate for Giselle because she blocking that blue is probably what secured the win.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you know, I really think without her being able to block that, we would have gotten a lower place, and that could have honestly dictated what happened.
I agree, because if we had lost that race, it would have gone either into a tie or.
So it looks like we're gonna probably jump straight into set 2 here.
That would be wonderful.
Really, really great. I can hear them out there. They seem really hyped
having a great time.
They seem to be really hyped up out there, which is great for them.
They might be taking a quick break just to talk as a
slightly one. I am really curious though of what happened to Isaiah on Cloud Top Cruise. Maybe we have to go back.
And fell off.
He might have, honestly.
I saw him hit a good few cars last race as well.
Yeah, I think
he was right after the shock, he ran face first into a car.
Yeah, I think had he not been so reckless on Toad's Turnpike after the shock, he probably could have even gotten 4th.
Or maybe 3rd. He was in 3rd for a second.
But, you know.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's still a win, and we're hoping we have a win for this next race as well. That would be wonderful.
A nice clean 2-0 for us.
That hasn't happened in a while.
That'd be really yummy.
Have we gotten a 2-0 on them all season? I don't think we have.
No, it's always been 2-1s.
Yeah.
Even at States, it was a 2-1.
Yeah. Well, 2-0 would be amazing.
They've 2-0'd us before, though.
They have 2-0'd us before, but it's been a bit.
Yeah.
We're getting better. Both teams are getting better. It's kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, looks like we're getting started here.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Why are they? Oh.
Oh, looks like Dyson will try to join the wrong team.
That would have been interesting.
A 5v3.
Yeah, that doesn't seem quite fair in my opinion.
Animal Crossing?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I'm channeling Squeaky right now, like getting a nice Squeaky clean. Let's see. That was
Dry
not
Desert.
Squeaky clean.
This is a bagger.
This is a bagger. I'm betting.
Yes.
I think 2 of them might bag this even.
I'm thinking. You usually typically see Dyson and Isaiah bagging, so I'm wondering if those 2 are gonna be the primary baggers, or maybe
Cameron even. Cameron Isaiah?
I see Dyson kind of looking back, so.
No, Dyson's running
nobody's bagging.
Nope. Oh, Isaiah's
maybe
bagging.
Selly? Oh, never mind.
And Selly.
Isaiah give us false hope.
Or did Selly just...
Oh, no,
Selly's
it seems
bagging.
like Selly is trying her hand at bagging. So, let's see.
This could go interesting.
I wonder how this is going to go for her.
I've never seen her bag before.
She doesn't do it often in the matches. She does practice it a lot, but she doesn't quite do it often.
Well, she's already pulled up, so not probably the best.
Maybe she's trying not to bag that
Oh, no,
much.
she's stopping.
I wonder what her play is.
Well, it looks like Dyson has a nice 1-2.
Seems like
Dyson
he really
1-2
really
right
did
now.
knock out that Windermere player in front of him.
Yeah.
And it seems like we have 1-2 right now, actually. Cameron taking second and having double defense to perfectly block out any other reds coming for him and Dyson.
Yeah.
And Isaiah's kind of hitting back in 8th right now. He has a star and a golden in pocket.
And that should be very good. There's some nice cuts you can take right after the line.
He could definitely pull up
Oh yeah, he's probably trying to not pull up actually.
Yeah, because it seems like that big cheese player seems to be sitting down back there quite a lot. So it looks like Isaiah's just trying to see, kind of keep up with him to essentially avoid them pulling a shock.
Gisele just missed the set and debated going back for it. Shouldn't have stopped.
Yeah, she should have just kept going or had just fully went back.
It shouldn't, yeah. She might not be able to recover from this, honestly. She's really far behind from the pack.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Dyson has a bit of a lead.
Yeah, so maybe with him having a decentable breakaway, I'm assuming.
Ooh, that bomb
Dang,
snipe was
that
miserable.
was nasty. Truly
Well,
nasty.
we're gonna hope he can hold that lead. It looks like Isaiah's pulling up enough to be able to give him some cover.
Yeah.
Because he has
but
some
she
baggers
just,
right
missed
behind
the
him.
item again. But luckily
Again?
she had a star from the 8, so it's unfortunate. We are 1-4-6-8 right now.
The triple reds in 6 could be very helpful.
Yeah, but I think Isaiah's too close. Oh, but he has triples, so he'd
Hopefully she uses that bill soon, because if you don't use the bill, she should have used it immediately. Now it's going to take her too far, and she's not going to be able to take the big cut at the end. Though she did pass.
But she did kind of.
Oh, she hit 2 of them. That's amazing.
I mean, she's not able to take the cut, but she can take a
a
little small version here. 1-3.
1-3-6-7. Is it the same race as we had?
First set?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think so.
Let's see. Is it 2019? Oh no, it's a slightly different race.
Yeah, slightly different, but it was still. It was an okay race. It was an okay start first race for second set.
I will say I do question the Gisele bagging. There was a lot of,
Maybe she just felt a little confident. You know?
No, I mean, I'll give it to her. She did good.
Yeah, she didn't do terribly for.
Especially, I haven't seen her bag before.
Yeah.
Overall, I'd say that race wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best at the same time.
DK Mountain.
Ooh, Dyson loves this track. That should be. Actually, I think almost everyone on the team loves this track.
Another fun win.
I love this track.
Yeah. This it's one of the tracks with the gap in it.
This does have a gap jump. 2. Well, it has 1.5.
There's the rock one, and then there's.
Yeah, one's a gap jump. One's a drive on the walls thing that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it looks like we're having a nice.
You know, it makes sense if you bagging the game. I don't know.
He might be bagging here, or at least like slight bagging.
He burnt out though. I
wonder if that was intentional.
I don't know. We're kind of bottom 4 right now though. But Isaiah's slightly. Never mind.
Never mind.
I was gonna say he was slightly pulling up, but.
Looks like Dyson's gonna go for the cut here.
Yeah, so was Isaiah. Never mind.
Ooh, Dyson's in 3.
He's in 3rd, but he had no defense to block that red. So
he was also gonna get squished.
Yeah, he would have gotten squished. So maybe that was the better play for.
See, are they going for gap?
Yep, taking
Dyson had the much tighter gap there of the entire. Oh, the one of the Windermere players hit a wall.
He just like straight up ate the wall. We're 3-4 right now, 3-4-6-8. So
yeah, I'll take
worst
it.
Positions.
Especially this early on in the race, I feel like there's a good bit of comeback that you'll see. Especially if one of them pulls shock or blue. That would be wonderful. Ooh, Dyson got the nice pulling up. He's in 2. Oh,
Dyson,
never mind.
But dang.
Second for Isaiah. And
a nice 5th place for Dyson.
I mean, it seems like everyone's still really clumped, which I'm kind of surprised by.
Especially on DK Mountain.
Yeah, normally one person tends to break away here.
Yeah,
either we have a blue.
A blue, is that for us? No, that's
for them. And there goes the first place is green. Oh, it hit Isaiah too, though. That is tragic.
Well, Dyson has secured first, though, at least, so that blue should kind of helped him out.
That is very good.
Isaiah fell off taking cut, unfortunately. Oh, and then he got boomeranged right as he landed. That's unfortunate.
Dyson seems to be in a little bit of a predicament here with so many players in between him and everyone else.
The glider takes him so far, you know. Any items could be pulled behind him, which is really scary.
They do seem the Windermere player and Dyson
fell off of the glider. Oh, he might have gotten hit off.
Oh, Dyson. Oh, wow, that was close.
Great play.
2 bombs. That's interesting. There might be some item lag going on in this room.
Perchance. But we are 1-4-6-5 right now. Not bad positions.
Not bad at all.
Seems like a blue is coming up. I'm not sure for who, though.
I think it's Dyson.
Yeah.
He might be able to... No, it hit them.
Oh, so it was for them.
I did not see them pull this. I'm just blind.
1, 2,
Just Sally
4.
fell off in 4.
Oh.
And hit Isaiah
but she's
with the
still in
green.
6. Can Cameron beat the player? Oh! That was
What?
diabolical. He got backed right before
That
the
was not a
line
good
by a red.
race.
That was a not our strongest race.
No. There's some tragic line fails there and
Yeah.
some unfortunate stuff.
They are up on us by 2.
Why is our predictions accurate again? We should stop having bad predictions.
We are up by 2, but that was only second race though.
That was only a second race. But still, I'm paranoid. Because
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing. So, to you people out there, we don't know if you guys know this or not. The reason we always pick random is if we pick a track and it selected that track, that would be a 15-point deduction to the
Music
team.
Park.
Oh, we like Music Park.
Yeah, Music Park's pretty fun. It does have a weird obstacle bit though with the giant music notes.
Yeah, they just kind of bounce there. Though.
Yeah, they're in one spot, but like one wrong turn and you're right in front of them, or you're getting squished by them.
Yeah, neither, which is great. Isaiah burnt out.
So did Dyson.
Oh, are they like? Is that? I can't tell if that's intentional or not. It might just be the stress.
Probably, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, thank you for calling positions. I'm doing terrible at that.
It is only
only lap
first,
1.
Yeah, it was only first lap. So but Sally missed the item.
Fell off. Well, it looks like one of their team fell off, or maybe that was just lag. Oh, that fire hit a good bit of them though.
But he did get greened out, which is unfortunate.
The nice thing about the music notes is you can trick off of them landing.
Yeah, because it kind of bounces you up. Oh, but a bomb placed right there? That's nasty.
They're using items in a rather aggressive way. I've seen that a good bit of that. Like the player in second has a red shell. Looks like Dyson's trying to break that. Oh, and it did not break. That's unfortunate.
Cameron's in first. What a great little lead for him.
Yeah, we have...
Excuse me, everyone.
He has some... Oh. They are not holding back with these items.
No, not at all.
And Giselle fell off the track.
They got really, they're just throwing their bombs out left and right.
I don't know how they're getting so many bombs. It's kind of impressive.
The last set was fire. This set's bombs.
Yeah?
Luckily,
it's still second lap. We have time to catch up.
Yeah. But Cameron is still in first, despite getting hit out.
I really don't know how, but it's impressive. Oh, that was a... Dyson just redded out someone while they're trying to take the cut. He's trying to catch up. He's doing rather well.
We're in 1, 4, 5, 8. Oh, but Isaiah got hit out. And then he got pushed off. Dang, him and Tyson.
Well, hopefully Cam still holds that first.
First and top 3, right? Or, I'm sorry. First and
bottom 3.
Which is really unfortunate.
Oh.
Especially on lap 3.
Oh.
I think they could still possibly pull up.
They might be able to pull up just a few places. I don't think they can get into the top... I don't think they can get in top
Seems like Cameron
2 anymore.
Is going to get first here.
Yeah, which is very impressive, especially having...
Like Dyson might be able to
got
steal 5th. Oh, and maybe not. Oh, not good at all. Not good at all. Terrible race.
That was
not the greatest race from us.
I feel like the line fails. Normally it takes them, they warm up and they get better, but I feel like it's getting worse.
62.55.
Isn't that the exact opposite of what it was?
I'm pretty sure. That was race 3. We're going into race 4 now?
I believe so, yes.
Dang.
Huh.
Quite the intense second set.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we're so quiet over here is this is something that's happened on us multiple occasions with similar stress levels, and it's very high stress for us here, because we really want to win this, and especially with the rivalry we discussed earlier.
Yeah, Amsterdam? A tour track, a section track, that is.
Yeah, that, and it is the 4th race. Okay, good. Don't want to be pulling the last stream.
I love the flowers in this track.
It's crazy how big they are in comparison to the players.
Yeah, it really is, because, comparing it to them, even on the vehicles, the flowers look ginormous.
They do. Anyway, going into first set, it looks like we all got items. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone pull anything?
First. Oh, dang.
Yeah, they are not holding back on the items here, which is...
Definitely not. Quite the tussle with these item pools and these really poor item plays from the other team. Seems like they're just kind of spamming and hoping that works out for them.
And so far it is working out for them. Maybe we should counter by spamming and doing the same. I don't know.
I would rather us be smart with our items.
I agree. Though
Possibly.
there is, especially if in bottom places, we should make sure we throw our items at a double.
Yeah. It seems like we're. No, we're not. We're not bottom four, but we are kind of pulling up slowly.
And the red
Dyson
that
is
Gisele threw
slowly
hit
sneaking
Isaiah.
into topper positions right now, getting into third, second, and possibly stealing first here.
Oh yeah, and then he's
instantly read it
first.
out.
Oh, and then pushed back onto the wall. That is tragic. It is.
But Cameron did get up here in second.
And Dyson is coming back. Now he's in second. Top two. That is amazing.
Great top two for them.
We have Gisele in
is holding
sixth.
down in sixth right now.
Oh.
She got greened. She got aggressively sniped.
Their snipes are pretty good. It sucks 'cause that's one of the hardest things to practice. So we don't really. I can't think of a good way to practice sniping. It's just kind of.
1, 2, 4, 8. Not a bad placements right now. We're top 3 right now.
Ooh, let's hope
With Selly
we hold
getting
that.
triple shrooms.
It is the third lap, and there's some good cuts here, so Selly can.
Selly could probably pull up.
Selly can
Just
get
a
at
little
least a
bit.
solid 7. Should have gone for that double.
Yeah, she should have went for the double. Seems like Isaiah got a little bit bumped off, and but he's reclaimed third. 1, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 5,
1, 2,
7.
5, 7. That is a win. That is a winning race.
Crazy
And
kill
much
from that
better
player.
race. That everything's happening so quickly. It feels like. Oh, 2-point lead. This
again.
is. I didn't.
Quite the race. Quite the race.
As we talked about earlier, the 2-point differences kill us. It's miserable.
Straight misery over here.
We're trying our best.
So interesting.
It is interesting. At least it's up by 2, not down by 2. I prefer it that way. Anyway, loading into what? Race 5? Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the 5th race. Wait,
Yoshi's Island.
I love Yoshi's Island.
And we talked about the cloud thing last time because
Yes,
we
we
also
did.
got this track.
This fun and whimsy and magical track. I love it.
It's beautiful.
I love the music. I love everything. Unfortunately, we can't hear it, but
Yeah.
you know, it plays in my head. It
Yeah,
plays in my
exactly.
sleep.
You just
That's
got
all
the
I need.
imaginary loop going. Anyway, as we get started here, it looks like. Is everyone going to get an item? Yes, that is wonderful. Immediate red by Dyson. Looks like we're playing aggressively back now. And then a trail. Top 3,
Top 3 straight
7.
off.
Top 3, 8.
Oh, but
and
Isaiah fell off, which bit nasty for him.
that was kind of tragic. It looks like Dyson trailed out Cameron.
Ooh, team kill right there.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of that. There's been a lot of reds that I either weren't called or weren't dodged.
Yeah. It seems like Dyson had first for a split second and then lost it instantly.
That's good.
Mhm. Quite a bit of strange item play here from both teams. I truly don't know what's going on with them, but we do have second, third, fourth right now.
That is very good, especially.
And eighth.
And it looks like we have a red in 4, so that could be good for.
Dyson has triples, and I'm just really worried that he's gonna hit Cameron out here. But it seems like Cameron's trying to stay.
Oh,
Ooh, that was dangerous. Truly dangerous. But
indeed. Oh, and there we go. He got rid of them
Indeed.
for
3,
safety purposes.
fourth.
Immediately trailing out the other
Yeah.
team. We
Medium.
have 2, 4, 5, 6,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty good.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, it
Oh, but
looks.
Sally fell off right off the bridge, which could have been.
It looks
quite
like Cam
unfortunate.
or not Cam, Dyson fire sniped one of their players off the jump, which is amazing.
Really great.
And Cameron pulling into first.
Dyson
while
kind of steadily
trailing.
behind there, staying in third, and Isaiah fighting for fourth right now. Seems like Sally's also going to be able to catch up here because she's already pulled up really close to the pack.
Yeah, it looks like Dyson is also getting a nice little pull up right here, tying out with the other player, the Windermere player.
One,
seem to be
2,
battling it
6,
out.
5.
Good items calls
Yeah.
from Dyson and Cameron.
Hopefully
not
someone can
stealing
hit
each
the
other's
cloud
box.
before they land. No?
Hopefully someone doesn't hit the cloud at all.
Hopefully. We can only hope.
Oh, that Windermere player pulling up at the very last second. Looks
1,
like we still
2.
got a 1-2. That is
1, 2,
beautiful.
5, 6. That was a good
That
race.
is a much better race.
Great race.
They seem to be pulling up. That's amazing. And
We're
with
top
top 3
overall.
overall, tying for first, that is an awesome thing to see at any given point in time.
104.91.
That is very good. We have a 13-point lead.
Great score.
It is a great score. And going
We
into
are
the
going
last
into
race,
Race 6 of the second set.
hopefully good things happen. That's all. That's all I can say. Don't want to jinx us or anything.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Good
Gotta be
vibes.
positive.
Positive
Yeah.
vibes. Positive vibes.
Excite bike.
You know, I actually just learned a recent fact about this track that the ramps are always randomized. I didn't know
They
that.
are. Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
I discovered that. I was very confused about that at first for a while because I was like, I swear this wasn't here last race, and I was
Yeah.
right. It genuinely was not. It's an interesting track. There's not a lot of tracks in the game that have stuff that are randomized like that. Ooh, Cameron did not get a box.
And it's just like one giant circle. This track is actually kind of really fun to play, unironically, non-competitively, because you could just trick and trick.
It's one of my favorite tracks to teach players on because it's not a very technical, difficult track, but it lets them practice
it's a relatively simple track. Seems like Cameron's in first.
Nice first,
As we
and
come to the end of second
Giselle's
lap.
fighting out for
Fifth.
fifth, fourth, third. I saw her kind of jumping
Any
around.
mid-position, that's what she's fighting for.
I'll take it.
It seems like Dyson has pulled up Vince's second, and
I don't know where he came from, but he did. He did
seems like he
appear.
took the little grass cut right before the finish
Oh
line.
yeah, that can give you a good bit of a.
We're top three
Giselle
right
had a
now.
really nice snipe there.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, tops now Isaiah,
two.
Tyson top 2. That's amazing. Let's just hope they hold it like that. It's second lap. Another thing about Excite Bike being this little oval is it is a very quick track.
Very quick.
I mean, it's not like Baby Park quick, but it's quick. It looks like Giselle's firing out Windermere, and none of them hit, unfortunately.
Oh, there's a
Ooh,
blue
they're
coming
getting
up. That's for Dyson. So maybe
No, he didn't pull anything to dodge. But they have a bit of.
we did still have second though, so Cameron was able to, or not Cameron, but Isaiah was still able to
keep first, yeah.
keep first, even though one of them is in front of him. But I think,
And keep second, yeah.
dang,
Well, they're still
we're
in top
2,
3.
3, 4 right now.
We're
which-
2, 3, 4, 5. That is wonderful still.
Really
Even if
great.
they do have first, that is a winning those are winning positions. And it looks like Dyson
2,
pulled a red
3,
shell,
4.
immediately throwing that. That could be.
Isaiah's holding on to some blue shell defense in case another one gets out.
The first place got hit, so they might be able to catch up.
Not bad at all. First place is gonna get past here, 100%. No.
I think so.
Right.
If
Ooh.
that was
Quite the
tragic,
kill.
but
Third.
that is
2,
still
4,
a winning race.
Yeah, he didn't really drop down that much despite getting
A hit that first time.
aggressively hit.
That concludes set 2 though, and that is
That's
a win.
game.
That is
That's
game.
game. Clean.
I'm so glad our
2-0.
predictions were not true.
Yes.
That is amazing.
That was amazing.
126 to 108.
Incredible.
Thank you
incredible,
very much for watching the stream.
Yes. Sorry about the huge internet issues. And
Internet issues, camera issues, mic issues. It's been a day of issues, but it seems we've gotten through it. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, and I think we're gonna wrap that up here.
I believe so, unless someone's trying to get.
Are we having interviews? I don't know. All right, looks like we're having
looks
interviews.
like we have a little interview for us here today, Mr.
Cool.
Cameron Weeks.
How do you think the match went?
I think this is the first time that we've actually 2-0'd Windermere, so better than States? Question mark? Better than States? So
I'll take it. I think it went rather well overall. We saw some line fails, but other than that,
don't get me started on line fails. Don't get me started.
That was the only bad thing really that I saw.
How are you feeling after? Now you're going to finals?
Going to finals,
Easy
yeah.
win. Easy win.
One more match. You excited?
Yeah. How does it feel to successfully beat Windermere so quickly?
I know, right? A 2-0? Well, not quickly because they took a million years to start. But yeah, it feels great. All right, I'm done.
All right, cool. Thank you. That is Cameron. Is there anyone else? All right, we have Dyson again.
We have Dyson coming back in.
Wonderful. How do you think it went, Dyson?
Great. That shortcut
Get
I
into
took
the
on
camera.
on lap 3 of Sweet Canyon, like the shroomless cut I took, the
Yeah.
perfect shroomless cut. That's the first time I've ever even went for it
Oh, that's
because my shroom got stolen right before it.
Incredible. Clean
2-0'd.
2-0 for
Haven't seen that in a while.
I'm feeling great.
You ready for finals?
Yes,
That is wonderful.
it's going to be against the same team we played in finals last year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Another back-to-back. Oh, are we gonna get a Nas interview?
Maybe.
Perchance. Sure.
We'll find out.
Let's have Miss Nas get in here. She's gonna
Come on
give
in,
us
why
some
not?
words of encouragement to her future two-time back-to-back national champs.
Oh, okay, so just audio?
Yeah, it's just audio.
Guys, first and second of all, congratulations, OGP. I gotta tell the two of you though, AP Johnson and I were both watching, and I was here a couple weeks ago watching, sitting behind them and watching. It is so much better listening to you guys talk. Like, not only did we understand what we were watching, but you were also very entertaining. I like when you said, "That's so tragic." They had me scared there at the end, but then they looped it back around. So,
Yes.
yes, locked in. I like it. I walked back over and I saw some sweat beads coming off of their foreheads. So, good job, Windermere, but all DP. Oh, yeah, next Wednesday. This Wednesday. I'm available. All right, y'all.
Thank you very much.
Isaiah?
Are we getting the whole team? We might get the whole team.
Come on in, Isaiah.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Make sure you have the headset on, then talk.
You saw what happens.
It was close, but you guys pulled it off.
I feel like 2-0. Your opponents, like your rival team 2-0 them.
Oh, so that's what we're talking about. Okay, yeah, that felt great. That felt great. That felt great. Oh, overall,
Got a little-
There was a bit of line fails.
A bit?
Just a few.
a bit. That was probably the worst I have ever done. In
Hey, y'all won. I'll take it.
like on some individual, that was really bad. Like Sweet Canyon. You saw what happened on Sweet Canyon.
Yeah.
Okay,
There was a bit of Isaiah.
it was not great. It was not good looks for a minute.
Hey, you guys pulled it off, though. I'm proud of you guys for that.
Yeah, it was fun. And you know what? It helped. It helped that for that second to last race, I came in with shrooms at the very end after not doing good, and I got first place. It helped. It was a big morale booster for me. I was not having
That's
fun.
amazing. Hey,
We won! Yes, I'm ready for finals. I'm so ready. Absolutely. Back to back.
that's not on. All right, I
Thank
think
you guys so much
that
for
is
tuning
everyone.
in to
Thank
our
you so much for
stream.
coming.
We will be back here Wednesday,
Thank
same
you.
time,
Same
ready
time, hopefully
to
starting this time on time.
hopefully starting on time with no technical issues
Oh,
and
that'd be
no
and
almost an
working
hour
camera. That would be
working camera,
wonderful.
all that fun stuff, all that good junk. However, thank you for coming to watch us, and we will see you Wednesday. Have a great
Bye,
evening, everyone.
guys.